Hey, welcome back. We're playing some Quinn, Vayne, Aatrox today. This is one of my favorite mid-range decks over the past year or so. It's not quite as good as it used to be, but I think it's still a pretty solid deck to kind of get a good feel for what the other decks in the format do well, and potentially just a lineup that maybe people haven't seen too often heading into the upcoming tournaments. I thought it'd be good to give it a try because it's always just like a solid deck, but I want to see how far it can push in this current meta. A lot of the removal against this deck, for example, like Janna Samira, we might be able to outstat them and kind of grind them out that way. And our top end win conditions like Anaka are a little hard to deal with. So I'm curious to see how it'll play out in those matchups. Otherwise, there are things like Nico Nar running around, and so that might just be a better board-based deck if you want to do something like that. But I thought it'd be interesting to try it out. I really enjoy it. It was doing all right. The archetype, or this specific list, has a 56% win rate over 48 games, so that's pretty solid. I got to Diamond last night. I was playing some Janna Neela because it's literally like my favorite deck at the moment. But I didn't want to bore you guys with another Janna Neela deck as I got to Masters. It took me a long time though. I had to mix in a few games of Volibear Illaoi, and I was playing some Caitlyn Swain. That didn't go so great. So yeah, we got to Diamond, pretty close to Masters now. And yeah, let's hop into some games and see how we do. What's up, Canadian? How are you doing? Highlighted the message. Alright. Okay, I think this is... Anytime I see Annie, I always freak out. I'm like, oh no, not a Disintegrate deck, but this, I'm pretty sure, is just one of the burn decks. I don't know if I've seen this specific combination of champions though. The Wildfire decks. Biting Assault, I think I'll keep. Can go after a Zed or an Annie. Ooh. Binding Assault into a catch plus Darkened Spear. I like that. 3-minute investment, you get a 2/3 Challenger Scout. But yeah, I don't know what I think of this deck. I don't find this a very fun aggro deck to interact with. Ooh, we're gonna get our opponent real good here if they attack. Or never mind, I guess not. Because I could do this. I guess it saves the damage. Oh no, they didn't even... Yeah, never mind, okay. I was thinking they were gonna... But obviously they can't trigger the damage buff, so... This is pretty good. But yeah, I played something the other day. I think it was like turn 6. I got killed because they'd played like 5 or 6 wildfires already. I'm like, are you serious? Like, the odds of drawing that many is insane.
Monsters still lurk in Demasia's every shadow.
I don't know if I'm supposed to just slam down Vayne there. Because if they have like a Zed or something, it's a little more awkward to deal with.
Silent as death, purified bolts.
I don't know if we're bracing them, so maybe it's probably better to just trade away our Valor into one of their elusives. But honestly, we're not that far from racing them down. If we play Valor next turn plus Tumble, we get our free attack. That's not too bad. Interesting. I think that makes sense for them. Trading away one of their elusive units. I didn't think they would take it, but that's pretty good too. This should kill most of their units. And I don't think they'd have a way to deal with Aatrox, so given a few turns with him. Also, this is an incredibly expensive investment for them. That's not the ideal unit they want to be playing at this stage of the game, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know if they'll be able to deal with Aatrox too often. I don't know if they run stuns. So he might be able to heal us for a little bit. I don't know what to do here. I really want to take this attack. But if like they're holding up a Zed, that makes it pretty awkward for us next turn. Maybe it doesn't matter though if we have to chump block a Zed. I could also just end the round and play Aatrox next turn. Because they're going to have to develop or else they're pushing 4 damage. I guess it's a little spooky. I think I'll end the round. I think we got enough. We killed one of their elusives. We have a pretty okay turn coming up. If they develop at all, we can get Aatrox down. And if that forces them to develop more, we can get a fearsome blocker. I think this is fine.
Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
Now we can get the Darkened Spear on Valor as well. I don't even know if we're going to need a Naka to win this game. I think maybe it's just better to pick off their elusives, right? Yeah, I mean, they're only pushing 3 damage here, but they get the Wildfire. I wonder how quickly we can kill them. What if we just go Zilani this turn? I don't know if it's enough. I don't think that's enough to kill them still, though. And honestly, Aatrox doesn't heal all that much, I guess, compared to how much damage they're going to be doing with Wildfire here.
No, you will obey your blood.
Next turn, though, with the Scout Rally.
Remember the objective. For the glory of Noxus.
I guess I could keep him alive. So we can try to tumble next turn. Maybe that's worth it. For the scout attack, and that's how we end up winning. Sure.
Currents, pull them down.
Your path ends here.
But this is why I don't find this deck too fun to interact with.
Form will the waters take?
They're just, at this point, like, just casting Wildfires. They never have to do any more Nexus damage from, like, what?
I have my orders.
They did 3. I guess they did some Nexus damage on turn 6. But for the rest of the game, they never have to actually hit our face. They can kind of just Wildfire us down. Obviously, they have to draw them, but if they do draw them, we're kind of done. Oh, that's a good draw. Now I don't have to worry about our little Valor getting pinged off by something. This actually heals us if they take this attack. Yeah. That card is really nasty combo with Wildfire. Okay, we're just gonna have to try to race them down. Hopefully they don't have enough units. Because we're gonna have to pretty much kill them on our next open attack, I think. Because if they have, we just lose this turn if they have another Wildfire in hand. Or if they have 2 more Wildfires in hand. because the next one's going to do 4 and the next one's going to do 5. Even with Aatrox healing, it doesn't make any difference.
Come out, wherever you are.
Okay. This might be enough then, if they don't get any more actions. Cool, cool, cool. Alright! That was pretty close. We had to rally a lot to actually win that one, but interesting game. Aatrox sounds like he just won like a super competitive board game at family game night. Yes! Okay, Volibear Illaoi. I'm not sure how this matchup will play out. We have the tools to deal with the Illaoi package. Things like Fish Fight. There's a little gap between turns 4 when they play Illaoi until turn 7 or 8 when they play Volibear, when we might be able to be a little bit bigger than them. But obviously Volibear's a troublesome card for us. I really like Darkened Spear in matchups like this, where on-board HP is so important.
Ah, a beautiful day for sailing.
Vayne's kind of vulnerable to a fish fight no matter what we do here next turn. Like if I play the Darkened Spear and they decide to block, I think I'm fine with that. If they block and use a Tentacle Smash. Because if I just go the Darken Harp, when they get the any 1/1 tentacle, it's enough to kill her. I think I'd rather force them to block in order to get her in range. And now that they don't have a way to kill her this turn, we should be good to go. That's also a nice little combo with either the Darken Aegis or the Darken Harp. Oh, we could just play Geralt next turn, actually. That's not bad. Yeah, like this is suspicious. Why would you throw this away unless you wanted me to put something into fish fight range?
Say your prayers.
I'm willing to put Vayne under pressure more than... What are the odds they have a Sky Splitter? Even if they do, we can get after it with... Okay. That's pretty good for us. And then I can follow up with Geralt this turn. Maybe I don't need to. We have... If I go Geralt, this guy will have Challenger as well. I don't know. Vayne's a little vulnerable from now on, unless we keep up most of our mana. What does Geralt accomplish this turn? He's our only unit we can play though, so it's the only way to get Petrified Broadwing activated. I suppose it's worth it. If they have a fish fight, they still lose... Or not fish fight, excuse me. I keep calling it that. Tentacle Smash. They kill our Vayne. But I think we're still fine for now. They won't have much of a board presence. We have single combat still to deal with the next Illaoi. I think I'll kill this guy. I don't know if resetting the 1/1 tentacle is as important right now. They're almost certainly going to play a unit here, and then I'm pretty happy to use my first tumble. What is this? I was gonna say, I don't know if I'd run many interactions there that would stop that.
I am the chosen of the storm himself. Weak and unworthy.
I'm okay with this dying. I don't know why they throw away their unit like that. Like, I guess they can kill with Tentacle Smash now, but I want a knockback at some point. Ah, that's a nice draw. That's a pretty chunky unit now. It can kill an Illaoi pretty comfortably.
Life is too short for fear.
Ah, you know what? I can single combat first and then just push a ton of damage. I was thinking of taking the attack first, but I think if we do this, even if they have a Sky Splitter, then in the emergency case, we can still kill Illaoi with our Fleet Feather Tracker. Oh, interesting. It's interesting. Okay, okay. I don't think this tentacle should matter, but that is a funny interaction. Since I specifically pulled him there instead of with the Fleet Feather Tracker. Ooh, that's not bad either. That's pretty brutal. We should be fine though. I could just throw away Aatrox here. Or do I even care? I mean, if I attack with both of these guys, it's kind of whatever, right? Ooh, I didn't realize this was so cheap already. We kind of have to stop them this turn. Volibear is going to be leveled if we don't somehow kill him this turn. We should be able to kill him this turn. All right, GG. This deck always does so many powerful things. I feel like it's kind of flown under the radar recently. I'd love a Screeching Dragon Guardian. I feel like Dragons is an archetype that's pretty close to being good. Like, it's received so many buffs lately that if they tried buffing it more, it might just be too good. Oh, that was a really fun matchup last game, though. Very interesting dynamic between the two decks. We have an interesting curve if we can ever get an equipment down. Darkness Spear off the top. Oh, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Would you like to play ESC's voice? Ooh. Roasted. I think it's still have Sky Splitter. Wow, that thing is huge. Okay, so that doesn't go quite right, but... Now is where things get troublesome.
Truth better. Truth is no betting.
I think I'm gonna get Vayne down and try to work on her level up if I can.
No more than Vayne.
I'm probably just gonna have to play Jewel next turn. Oh, that's an interesting draw. We can just do this and try to kill the tentacle with Valor. And if they don't, we still have a Fleet Feather Tracker plus an equipment to get after him. I think that seems fine. Is Illaoi a Titan if she's 8 damage? I think that's how it works. But since the thing is, she's usually on board when she becomes Titanic. So I'm not sure if it affects anything. Or it will, for example, with Volibear's Champion spell. Deal 4 to all units except Titanic allies. For example, this wouldn't hurt her. But most of the time I think of the interaction being like... Man, Tentacle Smash is a brutal card. It doesn't affect her cost usually since she never reaches that power in hand.
Land or drown.
Okay, well we still get to kill... this at least. Sure, I guess it works on our... I mean, we're not taking an attack with this Fleet Feather Tracker or like both of these challengers. So I'm just gonna get a Darkened Spear down. Maybe a knock is actually more important.
Purified bolts.
Oh man, this is so bad. They literally just killed all our things. I feel like this matchup could go so differently most days. Like we obviously just... Is Braum a Titan? He's 08. Yeah, that's actually true. I didn't think about that. That's kind of funny. Braum Volibear? I don't know if I've seen that one yet. Okay, I think we're dead.
Say your prayer.
No, we're alive by 1 HP. Alright, that's what I'm talking about.
Done.
Man, this thing fully heals. That's so insane. I don't even know what we can do at this point. Like, these are the games where that makes this deck so good. From, what? Turn 2? They got their tentacle up to a 5, a 4, 7, 4, 8, 5, 5, 8 on turn 4. And we just never were able to do anything else after that. Even if we go Jural plus Darkenharp, it doesn't do anything. Like, we can't kill Illaoi. I don't know, they had like, what, double Tentacle Smash and the Sky Splitter early on. That wasn't our game, but I'm not going to be too upset about that one. But yeah, anyways, I was playing Caitlyn Swain last night, trying to get to Diamond, and it felt fine. I thought it'd be really good in this meta because everything is board-based at the moment. Like, you really don't run into too many control decks outside of Heimer Jace. But there's like Illaoi Volibear, Lurk, Jananila, right? Like a whole bunch of these board-based decks. Teemo Elusives. And so I thought the Noxus Pinsy control archetype might be pretty good. Isn't this the same person we just played? And it felt fine, but your champions are very vulnerable, I feel. Caitlyn's a 3 HP unit on turn 3 that kind of just gets destroyed by most removal in the game at the moment. Howling Gale, Divine Whirlwind, it's all very, very easy for them to... I don't think I'm going to attack right now. I don't need to until this guy gets tough to keep him safe from Tidal Invocation. But yeah, and so like Caitlyn just dies to everything. Swain Leviathan package is just so slow. And Swain and Caitlyn both get hit by Soul Harvest for when you do run into the Shadow Isles control decks. And so it was pretty cool to do like the plant traps in the Janna deck, and they would draw their whole deck and hit every flash bomb, and Caitlyn would turbo level. It'd be actually really funny. Which wasn't necessarily one of the upsides I was thinking of when I chose Caitlyn Swain, but it was pretty funny. Otherwise, I don't know. I feel like the current meta wasn't quite suited for it, but I think it'd be interesting to see if there are any other good... Like Illaoi Swain might be okay at the moment, but I feel like you almost would just rather play Illaoi Volibear. We could level Vayne on turn 5 here. This is an insane attack. I don't know if this is worth it for them. I think they're just trying to set up a Tentacle Smash. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy to play Darkenharp here. The only worry is this could get hit by a Brittle Steel. But the upside looks easy. Sorry about that. Family members just got home. Yeah. Doggy go bark. Yeah, so my mom's been away for a few days, so she just got back home and they're excited to see her. Alright, well this is kind of the all systems go for us when they tap out like this. How can we really capitalize on this? We could just rally, get another tumble next round.
If we hesitate, we die, and I'm not interested in
I mean, maybe we're just gonna use a fish fight this turn.
swift death.
This is a lot of damage, though. Or, I mean, if we tumble, we just get a free tumble next round start. Maybe it's worth it to get her leveled and make it so they can't just do... Tentacle Smash to kill Vayne at round start. I don't know. This forces... Or this puts them down to 2 HP. I don't know. Sorry. My doggy's so loud. I'm gonna scoot off after this one because they're not coming down very much. A little short stream, but we're having some fun games. I'm pretty happy to open with Fish Fight rather than the Temple just to kill Illaoi first and then go from there. Because they're under pressure, we have the rally at any moment. Okay, GG. Well, anyway, sorry this is a little bit of a shorter stream. But I'm gonna go say hi to my parents, hang out with them, watch some baseball. It's so funny, my off days for work are in the middle of the week when they're all working. And so it's kind of awkward to find all the time when we're all off together because I work on the weekends. So yeah, my doggy's all excited to go hang out too. Anyways, I thought this deck was pretty impressive. We went 2-1 against the Volibear Illaoi deck. And I feel like that's the hardest mid-range matchup at the moment. You should be pretty good against the aggro decks. Things like the Teemo Elusives, I think you might actually be able to do pretty well against. Because you have like Valor plus Darken Spear, just like roast their entire, or Valor plus Darken Harp, roast their entire deck. Aatrox can heal, you can rally often, and there aren't enough hardcore Noxus control or Shadow Isles controls running around that I feel like you're super scared. And I think Heimer Jace is a winnable matchup. I don't think it's an awful matchup for you. So yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully for a little bit of a longer stream. And I'll see you next time.